Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow.
It's just lagging like a Windows 94 machine. That's all. It's just lagging like a Windows 94 machine. What up, everybody?
Good morning.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello! That hurt my ears. That hurt my ears. How y'all doing? What's going on?
Because you're the only one who heard it, so.
I'm the only one that heard it? What do you mean?
You started to get, like, faded away.
Oh, I faded away. Wow, really? Really? Wow. Yeah. All right, well, that's good. I won't hurt all y'all's ears then. That won't happen again. Sorry. Anyway, how y'all doing? What's going on? The gate might be a little too high. I'm going to lower the gate just a little bit. There it is. There it is. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. What a fantastic day of football we have ahead of you. I'm excited. How are you doing?
I'm good. Won some money, so we're good.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Big time winners on Thursday. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah, we had a lot of winners. There was a couple winners there. A lot of things going on. So, first question today from Blueberry. How you doing, Chubb or ETN? Looking at the waiver wires in full PPR, and then you got Texans, Colts, or Jets defense. Oof. I'm gonna start with the defense because I'm confident. I like where the Jets defense is positioned today. They got the Seahawks, West Coast team traveling East Coast. What's that?
Against Seattle, yeah.
Yeah. You got a West Coast team traveling East Coast. I think the Jets defense has a chance to score you the most points there. Colts, depends on which Colts defense shows up against the Patriots. It's the Patriots offense. I'm not scared of them, but I'm also not willing to just write them off altogether, so I think that is a thing to be considerate of. And then if we look at Chubb or ETN, man, that's another one. So you got Chubb going in the late game against that Denver defense on Monday. I think I'm riding with ETN. I like especially if Trevor Lawrence comes back. I hear he's on the mend. He's coming back this week.
I'd like to know who's on waivers, to be honest.
Yeah. Or look to waivers. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's the third option. It could be waivers. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I do not love those particular picks and plays. So you're not wrong. I'm going to go ahead and switch us over here. There we go. So that we can see us here. This makes it my eyes a little bit easier. But Blueprint, I might look at waivers and try to see who's projected and maybe who has a higher ceiling than either of those. But yeah, I don't love either one of them. Yeah, Chubb against Denver, and then Jacksonville's got the Texans.
I agree with the Jets. But yeah, as far as the other one, I think we look to waivers. But if there's nobody better than those two options, I liked ETN for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think ETN is slightly better than Chubb. We're still waiting for Chubb to have a breakout game. We're still waiting for him to be the guy who we thought he was going to be. We're still waiting for that. And
I don't think it comes against Denver.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Mm-hmm. I am with you 100%. So let's jump into it. Let's talk a little bit about fantasy football and give us a rundown of what we're looking at here.
Yeah, sure. If we could just make that a little bit bigger for my eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So 2 weeks left. Well, I guess technically a week and a half after we finish this week because of 4 games we've already played.
It's true.
Sitting in first place, 1 game above. Pretty sure with a win today, I lock up the first seed because I've already beaten the guy who's 1 game behind me.
Nice.
So I got Jaden Daniels going against Washington today against Tennessee. I think that'll be a pretty high scoring points for him.
I think so.
Bijan, he'll get his whether it's passing or rushing. Jahmyr Gibbs had a down day on Thanksgiving, and then it's not looking too good for him. He made a TikTok in front of the play board there with all their terms and
red, blue, silver. Red, blue, silver. Might be a right tackle, left tackle sprint.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's not looking good for him.
Yeah.
Neighbors got me 15. S- I'll take it. Not the best. Pickens against Cincinnati. As long as he gets yardage, because I could see a lot of field goals in that game again today.
Good.
Brock
Or
Bowers
he could score a
absolutely.
touchdown. Preview.
Yeah,
Preview
that'd
for
be
what's
good.
come to come. He could get in the end zone.
Brock Bowers absolutely continues to kill it for me. As he is like the only option they have. Actually, no.
Mhm.
What's his name? Jacoby Myers has been secretly like killing it lately. But
Yep.
yeah, I like Brock Bowers. He's continued to be consistent for me. I got Chuba Hubbard going against your Buccaneers today, and then I got Denver's defense against Nick Chubb. I think I think the defense will step up big on Monday night. And then, like I said, I hope for a lot of field goals in the Pittsburgh Bengals game. I got McPherson on as my kicker. So yeah, I'm already projected to win this game. If we go back up to the top, I think I'm in the 60%. Yeah, exactly 60% chance. But that doesn't mean anything. What was it last week? My opponent had Saquon Barkley. I was 80% chance of winning. Barkley went off for 300 yards, and I lost by 2.5 points.
Yeah.
So that sucked.
Yeah, it's easy that's super easy to happen too. Unfortunately, it's easy enough to have happened to you because Barkley is yeah, he's doing
Right,
well. He's
so-
doing he's not a bum, which I thought he was a bum at the beginning of the season. So that might have been my worst take I've had since one of the Raiders running backs who I thought was going to be the next I think his name was Darren McFadden. It's probably my worst take since Darren McFadden. Yep, put it to you that way.
But you look at before the injury, I saw a tweet that it was basically like these three players were sent out to pasture by their teams. It was Barkley, Henry, and J.K. Dobbins, and like they're oh no, and a fourth one, Josh Jacobs. Four teams that like sent their players out to pasture, and like three of them are the Giants, the Titans, and the Raiders all have like less than 4 wins.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, the players can still play for sure. Running backs are an interesting commodity around the NFL these days. Not many of them do it past their 30. So, Henry's up to 29. Barkley's still 26 or 7. So he still has a couple more years left on him. Jacobs, I think, is around that 26, 27. Yeah. Yeah. They just don't want to pay him. So, right, wrong, or indifferent, it certainly has not worked out well for these clubs this year, but there's a history of it working out well for clubs over the course of time. So while we can say this year is definitely turned in their favor, I think, that's a meme in the moment is how I would put it, for sure. So, I get it. We got 3 running backs on our team, and I'm scared which one's going to get the big payday and which one's going to disappear, and never to be seen or heard from again. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens when it comes to all that. I do not know the answer. Either way, I'm excited.
But next week, next week I'm definitely locked into the playoffs. It's just seeding at this point, sitting in first place. But hopefully by the end of tomorrow night, or even today, maybe, because I don't know if he has anybody playing Monday. But hopefully by the end of tonight, I should have a better idea of whether I'm first or I'll even take a second place because first and second get a bye.
Yep.
But I'd love to have that first seed.
Yep. You'll know by the end of the day. Absolutely. Looks like 425, 405, 11, 405, 820 tonight, 1 and 405. So yeah, by the end of the night, when you wake up tomorrow morning, go to work, you will know whether you won or lost. Just depends on if Kittle goes off tonight or not.
Because Denver's defense is either going to be like 5 points or, above. So I give or take like 5 points. I'll know whether or not what my team's looking like. Up 17 right now, projected.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep.
Yeah, it should be. We should know by the end of the day.
Exactly. You'll know. You will know heavily. I guess technically, I guess you could be relying on Denver, but yeah, you'll know. You'll know. That's what I was putting down. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. So we got 3 entries in our weekly Sunday Smack Talk for Sunday, Monday games. This week's a weird one. We're doing 2 this week. We did one on Thursday. Big shout out, congratulations to everybody who got in. Thank you so much. We appreciate you joining in and playing up. I'll be joining up here in a second, getting my entry in. But yeah, as a reminder, those of you out there, do want to make sure that it's in there. It's in the Discord. Let me go ahead and tag everybody in Discord just so we know where it's at. It's right here in the general chat, right? I believe. Yep. Normal DraftKings is live. Enjoy, friends.
Yeah, I think everybody's just tired of your shenanigans, and we only have 3 so far.
Yeah, that's a thing, right? I guess people are they're tired of me just winning and taking the money day over day. I don't even know. You know, is that what's going on right now? This is what's happened? I mean, look, I told everybody it was coming, right? Like I've been saying it for weeks. How did I not give everybody a fair shake that this was going to happen? You know, but no, seriously, I didn't even look. Is this one of the ones I won last week? I've been doing really well in the DraftKings lineups. So you know, I think I got into 21 contests on Thursday and I won 19 of them. So yeah, I mean, again, it little bit like this is the little chipping away at everything. It is not. I'm not hitting home runs by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe I need to get into some of these bigger leagues. I mean, that is definitely a possibility, right?
It wouldn't hurt
Definitely
to try.
a possibility. Yeah, I agree. I will have this here in a second. I'm just waiting on the dang computer. And then can we see the entry? All the people who've entered in here? Oh no, I can't because I'm not logged in. Okay, got it. What I will do here then is that's been uploaded.
Oh yeah, it's just
then,
2 people from my work.
Okay. I was trying to see if I could see mine, but since I'm not logged in on that browser, I won't be able to see it. So, join this thing and trying to do here. Actually, let's just do that, right? And then we go to this, and this is that easy. We can just switch this to.
Shit, I didn't even send him a link yet. What up, Omega? Vinkage?
Good morning, David Winter. Yeah, then I'm crushing it. I'm at the point now where people don't even want to consider what's going on. Yeah, I can't get the screen up to show. That's I love that. It just doesn't give me the option. That's fantastic. What a fantastic piece of software that Streamlabs OBS is. It's fantastic. It's not at all slow. It's not at all buggy. It's not at all. Streamlabs, shout out Streamlabs OBS. I love it. It's fantastic. It's absolutely and utterly fantastic. So
I love it.
I mean, I'm really at a point where I'm just like, I don't understand what's going on right now. Oh, Vinkage. How does anybody use this piece of software? Like, it really is I really need to understand how exactly this works here. So try this here. Holy cow. Streamlabs OBS. It is so bad. Here, it finally worked. So Firefox, here we go. All right, good. Holy crap. I clicked that button 30 seconds ago. And added it 3 times. Yeah, I know. The problem is we can't go live on TikTok without it. You know what I mean? Like that's the struggle. That's a struggle bus right there. So it's to be call it challenging. Fucking hell, it's so slow. My patience is also, I would call my patience non-existence. Use the plugin in OBS. Okay, they have a plugin in OBS. All right, well, I know what I'll be doing later on this week then. If I can remind myself before Thursday, that would be great. Okay, so it's there. You can see it. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and import this lineup in. Let's bring in our lineup. So this is my lineup for this week. We're going to be bringing in Justin Herbert, Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, Amari Cooper. So I'm going into the Monday night game. So this isn't going to be over, folks. This is not going to be over until Monday night because Amari Cooper is going off on that Denver defense. Like, wait, Amari Cooper is not even in Monday night. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I totally forgot he got traded midseason there. It was senior moment.
Yeah.
Senior moment. Nico Collins. I do love that kid Mitchell in Indianapolis, though. I have a feeling he goes nuts today. Dalton Schultz, Derrick Henry, Barkley, and Henry could go nuts. I tried to get a lineup that had both of them in there. I'm not gonna lie. I tried. It's too expensive. It was just too expensive.
No. Yeah. You'd have literally nobody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the challenge. I will tell you this. I do think that we're going to have a big day of Justin Herbert. I really do. I see him dinking and dunking all over the Falcons defense, who likes to play that like off coverage and let him catch it underneath, which just plays into what the Harbaughs want to do. What Harbaugh wants to do over there. I'm telling you, I think I think the Chargers are poised to have a pretty big day, and I like what we got going on with the Chargers. I would take the over on 30 completions for sure out of Herbert. Just based on the way that the Falcons love to play defense and the way that they like to play offense over there. So it'll be interesting to see, but this might be the winning lineup. I'm just going to let y'all know that. I'm just going to let y'all know this might be the winning lineup, and you see it live here every single week. You get to watch me place it. I don't hide it. I don't hide from anybody. This is how we do it right here. And then now we're just going to jump into a couple extras. Like it's going to be pretty simple at this point in time. Let's take a look at some of the featured tournaments that we can get into here, right? So let's consider some of these. Couple of these, single, little smaller entries here. You know what I mean? Like, let's just pop into some of these. 10 cents. Let's get it into a satellite, into a bigger one. Why not? Let's go head to head. I love these two. These are a big fan. Anybody who's been here a while knows I love these little head to heads. Oh, these are like my jam. I love these things, right? These are just, I go crazy when it comes to these, right? It's pretty satisfying to just keep clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking. You got to be careful, though, because it can get away from you. You can get into a lot of them. The double ups, though, absolutely. Give me some double ups right here. Absolutely. Oh, I'll eat all these double ups up. I'm a big fan of these. But yeah, this is one of those ways. You can also bulk enter here. So we could actually bulk enter into quite a few by using this bulk enter option. And then you can just literally choose like, oh, let me go into as many of these as I'd like, or as few of these as I'd like, et cetera, et cetera. It tells you exactly what your total is, what you're about to spend. So I'm, like I said, big fan of these things. I love these little double ups. Really enjoy popping into as many of these as you can. And this is how I've been diversifying. This is how I've been winning, and just kind of like getting up there. So it's another 43 total right there. Love those. And then let's look at the multipliers. We're going to go ahead and clear this guy. These ones that are like you enter one and then it kind of goes back and forth, and you reload. Clear out the bulk entry, multipliers. And we're in. So we're in our maxed entries. So this is interesting. Normally we get to do a couple more than just the maxed entries. But I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. I love what I'm looking at. I really do. I love what I'm looking at here. So there's a couple for free. I don't know if I want to get into any of these free ones here. I'm trying to think of like, do I do a big tournament? Do I just say, you know what? Let me see what like a nice little $30, $10 to $30 tournament would look like. What do we think?
I mean, you're winning.
When you're hot, right, chat? When you're hot, you're hot. You know what? Let's do a 50. Let's do a 50. See if we can find one for 50. Here it is. So this is NFL $50, 50-50. I don't love that one. Give me a full-blown tournament. You know what I mean? Here we go. Total prize is 15. Yeah, there we go. Let's do another one for 10 right there. But I'm looking for like the big boy. You know what I mean? Like, show me the big boy. Okay. All right. I guess not. Let me see. No minimum entry fee. Yeah, down to free. I want the big one. Yeah, I think they're hiding the $1 million winner from me. What do you think? You think they're hiding it from me? I think they are. I think they're not letting me see it. I think they know that I'm about to go win that $1 million right now. I've got the best lineup you could possibly imagine. But we'll see. All right, I think I fucked around enough with daily fantasy this week. I should have done my missions first. I realized that. Like I don't do any of my missions here. I was supposed to go here
Yeah.
first, wasn't I?
I didn't know about it until like 3 weeks ago. So
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I forget constantly about this thing. So, all right, well, here it is. Here's our achievements and everything else we got. Ooh, we can claim some crowns. There we go. Sleeper starter, touchdown machine.
go.
Absolutely love it.
One more.
Utility player. I'm playing in everything I can play in, right? You know what I mean? I'm hitting them all.
Yeah.
So, I love. Oh, gotcha. You got to do it. Okay, I see what this is. I'll do that off stream. So not waste everybody's time. So, I'm looking forward to it. And get that out of the way, and we'll move right along. So what we're looking at is this screen. Yeah, so we're in, and that's our daily fantasy section. That's our daily fantasy factor fantasy friends. That's our starts and stops. Again, I think the kid out of Mitchell is going to be on my sleeper in Indianapolis. We called Shoemaker on this channel 2 weeks ago. What does Shoemaker do? Brought it home. Now Mitchell, that's going to be our guy. That's going to be our guy. But let's talk a little bit about our Fave 5 for those of you that are still following along this journey. This has been fun. This is probably one of the more fun leagues that I've done. This one here in particular. So this is week 13. Is this mine or yours? This is yes, mine. Okay, so we're talking about mine. Yeah, I think so. I thought so, right? Yeah, that's definitely mine. So I'll kick it off this week. So this Fave 5 is pretty simple. We pick five games each week against the spread, and we try to hang in there. Last week I got destroyed. I was 1-4 last week, and it was probably the worst week I've had in this league ever. So I've dropped down. I'm still in the money, so it was $5 entry. The top seed right now is like a $3,500 winner. I'm currently winning $8 back. So you know what? I'm getting my money plus, enough to, I'm not sure what even like half a cup of coffee, maybe, or something like that. Right.
Yeah.
These days. So, it's, either way, at least I'm not losing. I'll take that. Not losing is definitely better than losing. But this week I did have the Cowboys covering against the Giants. I like the Jets at home. They were getting 2.5 at the time. I think that spread is actually down to 0.5 now. It's a pick'em game. I think I just like the Jets. They're at home. And the Seahawks are due for just an absolute trash game. They've played 2 games very well back to back, and they just don't string them together often. And I'm hoping that the Jets show me some life. But the Jets will do what they've done all season and probably screw me. Like, that's the best way of putting it. The absolute best way of putting it. The Chargers getting absolutely zero respect for being a dominant football team in the AFC. And, they ran against the buzzsaw that is the Ravens. But, yeah, I can't believe that the Falcons are only getting 1.5 at home. And I understand it's a home game. I understand West Coast traveling East Coast. All those reasons. Fuck it. Give me the Chargers. I like the Chargers here. I took the Chargers in an alternate point spread by 10. I don't have that up there. I don't have that bet. I'm not sharing it out with everybody. It's a pretty large bet. But I'm very confident in it. Let me just tell you that. I'm very confident in it. And we'll see what happens. I had to pick a couple other games, and it sucks. Because I didn't like the spreads on any of the other games. I think I may consider before this game starts to switching to the Houston Jacksonville game, depending on where that spread is, instead of Buffalo and the 49ers. I took the Buffalo game before I knew that Purdy was playing. I thought Purdy was going to be out again. With Purdy playing and in the snow there, I think that favors the point spread. I don't see it being
a lot of
close. Yeah. Oh, I'm saying I don't see it being a blowout on either side, just simply because it's the snow. And I know you could say that Buffalo has more experience playing in the snow, which maybe they've played in a snow game here and there and things like that. But like that much snow that they have, I just don't think there's anything you compare. Like there's no practicing in 3 feet of snow, right? Like I just don't see that happening. They may be more used to the cold, but in the wet maybe, but I just see it being a closer game simply because like points will be at a premium and field goals will be difficult. So I'm scared of the point differential. That's what I'm scared about. I think the Buffalo Bills win. I think it's a game that'll never feel close, but is always kind of close just because it's hard to get going. I think that's my take. And then I do think the Bucs win by 6. Also, I've got a lot of bets that we win by 6 and 7 and even 8. I hope that we beat the Panthers by a billion as a fandom thing, but that's a fandom thing. That's not a objective pick. The Panthers are playing the best football that they've played in 4 years, I think. And our defense can't stop a nosebleed. So until we can actually stop anybody on defense, so obviously last week was an anomaly. It was, Tommy's first game. It's hard to say what was going on there, but that's an anomaly. Yeah, I wouldn't look to our defense to do what they did against the Panthers here, who gave the Chiefs a run for their money, 2 weeks ago. So I'm hopeful. But I may look for a better option that I feel is safer than 5.5 points. Feels like a lot. Feels like a lot. And when I'm trying to get back to be positive here. So those are my picks. See how closely. Do we have anything that overlaps here or anything that takes a look? No, doesn't look like we have a single one that overlaps. That's crazy.
Yeah. I got the Bengals winning the game. Probably, like I said, it's going to be a field goal off all day there between the McPherson and Boswell. I got the Cardinals covering, Vikings winning the game. Kind of come down to like a last minute field goal or some type of deal there. Even with Trevor Lawrence coming back, I got the Texans covering the spread there. I think they're just a better team than the Jaguars. I need the Jaguars to win for my personal draft stock as a Giants fan, but they don't get that this week. I got the Rams going to New Orleans. Time difference doesn't really make a difference. It's basically a 1:00 game for the Rams. I have the Rams winning by at least a field goal or more. And then the game of the week, maybe the game of the year, the Ravens and the Eagles. I have the Ravens winning at home. It's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a Henry Barkley show all day. I hope it is. Two of the most entertaining players in the league right now. I took these. I just didn't feel comfortable about the stock or the spread in any of the other ones.
Yeah, a lot of points out there for sure. I agree. It gets me worried. The Ravens Eagles is an interesting one. Yeah, I wasn't comfortable with that one either. That feels like more of a pick'em game to me. So I think I felt the same way. Every time that I pick against the fucking Saints, they say screw me again. So fuck them. They can get fucked. That's the way I look at the Saints. But yeah, but I like all these. I absolutely like all these for sure.
I just when I was looking at who I feel is going to win, and then the points. Other than the Vikings because I have the Vikings spoiler at the end of the stream, but I think the Cardinals, they're a scrappy team, so they'll keep it close.
Yeah, I agree.
The Vikings and the Vikings haven't been playing as well as their record shows they are.
Yeah, they're definitely a descending team.
Jefferson had 2 catches last week, and it took to overtime for him to get his second catch. That's ridiculous.
I was taking a look at his stats, and even though he averages 90 a game over his career, the last 2 games he's had like 60 yards and 20 yards or something around that. And I just thought to myself, what's going on there? How can they not get him the ball? What's going on? So, spoiler alert, he might be due for a 100-yarder day. He might be due for a 100-yarder day.
Oh yeah, and I have a thing that says he'll have a good day, but yeah, these are my picks. I had some that I thought would cover, but I'm not 100% because I could see. I could see the Panthers covering the 5.5. They played the Chiefs well last week. You guys managed to play a Pop Warner football team in the New York Giants, so it was kind of hard. I think you guys are a good team, but you didn't really play anybody. You basically had a bye week.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
And then that's why I'm putting no stock in our defensive performance. We held you guys. Come on,
the Panthers look good, but the Chiefs aren't really that good. Their record, they've only lost 1 game, but anybody who watched the Raiders game, the Raiders should have won that game. The Panthers should have won that game. The Chiefs haven't been playing
let's be honest here. If we win the coin flip in Arrowhead, we probably win that game in Arrowhead.
Yeah,
right.
I was watching
without Mike Evans.
I was watching NFL Network this weekend. They were basically going through the schedule, 6 games, a penalty or a flip of a coin or a missed field goal, and they would have lost 6 or 7 games this year.
100%. 100%. They've been very fortunate. The Chiefs are the most fortunate team in the NFL this year, hands down, left, right, no matter how you want to look at it. Whether it's a ref, whether it's a coin flip, whether the overtime thing, and we've been very unfortunate. It's one of those things where you spend too much time looking at the if and what's and shoulds game. But I also believe that if our defense just played just a little bit better in any one of these fucking games, it would take away some of that need for fortune out of it. But there's always a need for it, always.
Yeah.
So, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, the division game is different too. I fully expect an absolute smashing of the Carolina Panthers today.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be a good game. I hope you guys win, but I think it's gonna be a close one because it's division
I
game.
hope it's not even close. I hope it's disgustingly over by the first quarter. People are like, "Wow, it's 28-0." Dave Canales, oh man, he stinks. But we'll see what happens. My hopes never turn into reality. Yeah, you know what I mean. Otherwise, the studio would have been upgraded a long time ago.
Yeah, you'd be like 12-1 or whatever.
Yeah, well, I would just be more about my parlays. That's what I'd be worried about. But this is an interesting one. A lot of same game parlays here. Okay.
Yeah,
I
so,
don't hate passing yards. Okay.
So
Am I-
I won
am I
last
zoomed
week
in
on
too much?
passing
Yeah,
yards. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have 10 or 9 on this one. Um,
Yeah.
I'm reverting back to my ways of week 1 through 5.
Yep.
When I hit a few of these big ones. I hit one last week. It was like a 7-piece quarterback passing yardage.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let me do it again. I went a little safe on some of them. I don't think Anthony Richardson. I don't feel comfortable on just passing yards because he likes to run a lot. So I went short with 150 for him.
Mm-hmm.
Drake May. I got them winning today. Spoiler alert. I got the Patriots winning. I got Aaron Rodgers having a big day against Seattle. Because why not? These is one of the games. Just randomly the Jets are going to score like 40 points and their defense actually shows up because.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but the Jets are like a very weird team to me. Geno going for 150 because they're going to be down, so they're going to be passing late. It was hard for me to do this game because, like I said, I think it's going to be a very defensive game. But I have Burrow, and this is what's going to screw me this game here. Burrow and Wilson both going for 200. I'm hoping for the opposite of what I'm thinking because that's usually what happens. Maybe it's a very high-scoring game today because both defense have the Pittsburgh's defenses look good, Bengals defense not so much.
Yeah.
But Joe Burrow is Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase. Kirk Cousins going for 200 on the Chargers. They're going to need it because I think the Chargers are going to put up a lot of points today. Sam Darnold, you better watch your back. Daniel Jones is there now, so he's going to go out. He's going to go out and throw 200 yards because he's going to need to because his job is in jeopardy. And then Jaden Daniels, I went under 200 because he's a runner of the ball. So any kind of like running quarterback, I typically try to stay under 200 just for the fact that like he's also going to get his rushing yards.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they need to use his legs to open up for the run too. Jaden Daniels he has the ability to drop the long ball at any point in time. So it's just interesting to see. I like the Commanders in a ridiculous bounce back game. I could see them winning like 42-10 against Tennessee today. I guess we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But yeah, like that's just one of those things. Like I went ham on offense coming out of Jaden Daniels for sure. How we doing, Obi-Wan? Daniel Jones is finessed. Oh man.
Oh, I think he finessed.
Oh,
he finessed the Giants and then got a good deal in Minnesota where he'll be the quarterback there for many years to come.
I mean, I can't imagine that's the case. Like, I don't
at
think
least
that
he'll
they're
be a
getting
backup there because they got JJ McCarthy.
Right. They got a young guy in McCarthy and they know what you're getting with them. Like, I can't imagine him. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. He got paid. Now he's getting paid to sit. Yeah, of course. Yeah. He's out there fleecing people. He's taking everybody's money and things like that. But that's every player. Out there. Don't forget Mike Glennon got paid $45 million too. All right. Like let's not forget that Mike Glennon took the Bears for $45 million. Like there's a lot of worse quarterbacks than Daniel Jones. That have taken money for. Look at what Russell Wilson did. Russell Wilson is still getting paid by Denver to stack W's in Pittsburgh right now. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of situations we could talk about like that. Absolute quite a bit. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me, but I don't know if they can. Can y'all hear me? Oh, yeah, very true. Okay, all right. So yeah, you can hear me. I just don't know why it's not showing up here. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, I will continue to work on that, I guess. Maybe it's this one. I couldn't tell you.
I feel like ever since TikTok, everything's kind of gone like haywire.
Yeah, you do a bunch of things to try to figure out how to get things going, and yeah, I'm clear. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's I like to see my little mixer bar move, and it's not moving. And so yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I just like to look at it to see if I'm peaking, right? Because I don't want to like hit it with the overly loud and the shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. But overall, I like this parlay. I would tail it if it didn't have old Kirko in there because fuck Kirko. And so that's all I'm saying. He may hit it. I'm not saying he won't. I just fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
I also hit on some rushing yards last week. So I went with another one because I'm hot on that. So I went with it again. I took the least amount I could on some of them. Just to be safe, because safe money is good money too. You don't always got to hit a home run. So Aaron Jones for 40 yards and James Conner. James Conner just got paid. He got extended. So I feel like whenever you get extended, you go out and show them why you got your money. Kenneth Walker, I think, if he doesn't get his early, like I said, I think the Jets are going to win that game. Brees Hall, they're going to be up, so he'll get his late. Kind of
is he playing?
Flopping that.
He was hurt.
He?
I don't know. He was hurt all week long. I don't know
because he was an option. He shouldn't be an option if he was hurt.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, he was on the injury report. I think that was a question. I got to just check into that. He might be playing. He was questionable. He was questionable from what I understand. Unpopular opinion. You think the Titans pull off the win today? Obi-Wan says the Titans are winning, beating the Washington Commanders.
I agree.
Okay.
I got Jonathan Taylor going for 50 because they didn't have a 40 option. 40 was not an option for Jonathan Taylor. Same thing with Bijan. 40 wasn't an option. 50 was the lowest it would give me. I got Gus Edwards and Tony Pollard going for 40, and I got Najee going for 40 in Pittsburgh. I think that's it on that one. Maybe is there one?
Yeah,
more?
yeah. It's not scrolling.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my rushing parlay for the day.
It's definitely not bad. I'd tail it, but I can't tail Bijan. I can't tail Bijan.
And then
bum.
I went receptions.
Ooh, receptions.
I think we're gonna see some big games out of receivers. Justin Jefferson showed the hell up today. 2 receptions for one of the greatest receivers ever to do it, and you're still young in your career, and you're already breaking records. Like, go out and get more than 2 receptions. Like I said, the second one being in overtime. Calvin Ridley, number 1 option in Tennessee. If they're going to pull the upset, you're going to have a big day. Nico Collins against Jacksonville's Pee Wee football team defense, 5 receptions. Andrew Ladd McConkey had 5 receptions for the Chargers. I recently learned his real name. They had a thing on TikTok. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, goes by Ladd though?
That's his middle name. I guess his dad's name's Andrew, so he get And then
that's my
George
dad's
Pickens,
name.
Jamar Chase back and forth, 5 receptions, and then Devontae Adams and DK going back and forth, one-upping each other, hopefully for 5 each.
I love reception bets. I really do. My worry is 5. 5 is always like a number that is difficult to get. These numbers at minus 166, I'm like, I don't know about that. So Atlanta plays off coverage, so 5 feels better. Nico doesn't feel like that. I mean, he may get 2 for 160 in the first quarter, and never see the ball again. So I don't. It's one of those weird ones, but. Pollard is a great payout buff to this parlay at plus 410, whatever it is. Yeah, if the O-line shows up today, he'll easily get plus 40 rushing today. Interesting.
For my previous one.
Yeah, I think so. I hear you. I think Obi-Wan might be a Titans fan out there. He might be saying everybody tighten up, but you and Tappin out here telling everybody to tighten up. It'll be interesting to see. Titans again haven't strung 2 good games together in the past 4 seasons, so I worry about their ability to come off of a big emotional huge win that they just had and then do it again. I worry about it. I definitely worry about it. Dan Quinn is the most inept head coach that I think we've ever seen. So it wouldn't put it past me for him to lose multiple games that he should have won in a row, like against the Cowboys, and now going in. I mean, that would be tragic for him, but it would be on brand. That's the best I can say about that. It would be on brand.
But then I think I got a little touchdown teaser here.
Ooh, touchdown teaser. Interesting. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
I got
all right.
I got Anthony Richardson rushing one in. I
Mhm.
got Hunter Henry getting a little red zone touchdown. I got Andrew Ladd McConkey again scoring a touchdown for the Chargers, and
I
then
like it.
Brian Thomas getting like a garbage touchdown probably late in the fourth quarter, because the Texans will be up so much that like they got their their second stringers in, and he gets into the end zone
Yeah,
with the
I
return of
definitely see
Trevor
it.
Lawrence.
I definitely see it. Yeah, I heard Trevor is likely to be back this week, so I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. As a matter of fact, I'm so much with you. I think I've got him on here too. So we'll jump over to mine real quick. We'll get into them and keep it moving. But yeah, I did the same, very similar thing. I went with receiving yards. I said, you know what? Let me tail off of what you're doing a little bit here and there, right? So this is my six legger that I got going. I got Quentin Johnston for 25 or more yards. I got Michael Pittman at 40 yards. I got Dalton Schultz at 25, Devontae Adams at 40, Freiermuth at 25, and Terry McLaurin at 40. So I went with safe. I went a lot of safe bets. I tried to look at the weather, who's playing indoors, what's going to happen. So I tried to look at a lot of these things and just say, how can we kind of predict what's going to happen here? Nice and short, but I love this one. This one, it felt like the odds came together, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Devontae Adams, don't fucking do it, Devontae. Don't you fuck me again. All right? Yeah. That's all I'm saying. All right?
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
It's going to be Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, right.
Because, Devontae's always open.
Yeah, exactly. 7-Eleven over there. I don't disagree. I'm just saying, you know who finds the open guy? I'm just saying, if he's, I'm just saying. My touchdowns,
I'd be more worried about Terry McLaurin on that last one.
McLaurin, yeah. So I there's some worry about that, but Tennessee's defense has not shown up like ever. I mean, even in the game last week, it was a blowout. Like, I mean, it was back and forth, right, with the Titans. It wasn't like they were stopping folks. So, but I agree with you. McLaurin has had games where he just disappears and he's just gone. Like, is he playing? APB, can we find Terry McLaurin? I agree with you on that. Supposedly that has more to do with the Eagles shutdown corners than anything else. I don't know. Not fully Titans fan. Yeah, you're from about an hour south of Buffalo. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Oilers fan growing up, and you followed them down to Tennessee. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you grew up. Yeah, like in Titans. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Oh, fair enough. As you get older, yeah, you hopped on your local team. That's fair. That's fair enough. Fair enough, Obi-Wan. Yeah, I picked my team at a young age, and I've been riding with Tampa ever since. I'm from the South Florida area, and no matter where I went into Atlanta, still like the Bucks. Now I'm in Charlotte, still like the Bucks. Falcons and Panthers can fuck each other. Go Bucks. 100%. I don't give a shit about the local teams. I bleed Buccaneer. So, but I hear you. It is, a lot of people do that. They kind of, casually root for, like, I'll casually root for the Braves. And I know you don't want to hear that. Bam Man doesn't want to hear the Braves. I don't want to hear shit about the Braves. But I casually root for the Braves, like when I was down there, and we don't have a baseball team here, so I don't think there's anybody I could like casually root for. So it doesn't really matter. I like the Cubs, because that was who was on TV when I was a kid, way back when, before Florida even had any teams. We have the Knights,
the AAA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox.
Oh, gotcha. All right, go Knights. I mean, I'll watch a baseball game. I can watch a baseball game in person. It's not bad. Give me the 2-pound bag of peanuts, shells you're breaking open, a nice, tall, cold one. Keep them coming, and yeah, I mean that sounds like a hell of a time. Hell of a time, even if it is AAA. But it is AAA, not like AA or single A.
Yeah, no, they're better than major league games with the entertainment you get in between innings and stuff.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean I haven't been to a major league game forever, but yeah. So this is what I feel comfortable about.
Those miracle games.
Yeah, I do remember those. Yeah, those were down in it was like $2 to get in down in Florida. Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Sweating your ass off.
Mm-hmm.
Middle of August. June, July.
Yeah, fuck that. 643 degrees on the field. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, bringing sunscreen doesn't matter. You put it on. All you're doing is you're oiling yourself up. It's supposed to block the sun, but really it just makes you a nice little crispy fried dessert. Ugh, it was awful. Absolutely awful. So, I also too have a touchdown score. We have a lot of the same folks. I'm hoping for a big day out of McLaurin. I'm hoping for a big day out of Calvin Ridley again. I think if they're going to have any chance and they're going to keep it close, I think Ridley's more of the garbage time touchdown for me. I was thinking that Jacksonville ends up somehow keeping this game close against the Texans. Brian Thomas Jr. is going to get a score. Pickens is my big flyer here. I'm not confident he's going to get in the end zone. I'm not confident, but I am confident he'll catch a ball and have 1 foot down maybe like 3 times. Like he'll do the, 1 foot, 1 hop, 1 foot, 2 hops, 1 foot, 3 hops. He'll do one of those shits like he's done constantly over the season. And I'll just be sitting there being like, how many times does 1 foot have to touch in the end zone to be a fucking touchdown? I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Like I said, I'm totally cool with Jacksonville, winning the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Giants get first overall pick.
There you go, Travis
Sanders,
Hunter. Travis Hunter. Look, you gotta go with Travis Hunter. You can't not take Travis Hunter.
Oh,
absolutely.
That's who I would love to go get, and then get like Justin Fields as my quarterback for a year or two.
That's a hell of a scenario. That's all. Maybe we dig into that on this upcoming episode here on Thursday, folks. Make sure you tune in. By the way, we do this every Thursday as well, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this very channel that you're watching today. I just totally forgot that I did something here. Let me put this up here. Okay, cool. Yeah, rock and roll. Never mind. There was just it was just a spam. I was just making sure we didn't have any more kick messages, and it's just spam. It's just spam. All right, cool. So yeah, I like this a lot. I like Pittman getting in the end zone today too. I think that happens. Give me Lad McConkey also getting in the end zone. So I think we're kind of aligned on a lot of our picks here. This one though is a plus 43,000. The odds on this sucker right here at plus 43,000. Ooh boy. That's a little 15 chicken nuggets turning into 6,500 chicken nuggets. So I'm hoping this one brings home some cash. Cold hard chicken McNuggets. Would you eat cold hard chicken McNuggets?
No.
I don't think I would eat them either. So hopefully it brings home like soft, crispy chicken McNuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last parlay of the day. This is another one. This is also for the 5,000 chicken McNuggets. It doesn't show it's on here. I think this is a 20 piece, and I'm getting kind of greedy. So this one I kind of mixed and matched a little bit. I went with CJ Stroud thinking, hey, he's got to get back on track. Jacksonville's defense stinks. All right. Got to get back on track. So, I see him going 260 or more. I mean, it's a long shot, but hey, these long shots are the ones that pay off. You know what I mean? And then you got Jonathan Taylor. He hasn't had more than 80 rushing yards in the last 2 games. New England has trouble against the run. I said, you know what? This has got to happen. If Indy wants to win this game, and they want to show that they're not going to lose to the hapless Patriots, they got to start feeding Jonathan Taylor, and he's got to have a big day. So we'll see what happens. Aaron Jones, again, also has not had over 68 yards in the last 2 games. I think they got to get back to their running ways. When they were winning and on their winning streak, he was a 100-yard rusher. Like, they got to look at that and say, hey, our game goes as this guy goes, because he opens up the play action. He allows us to do exactly what we're going to do in the next one, and that's hit the big bomb to Justin Jefferson. They got to get a big play out of Justin Jefferson today. He needs a 60-yard catch at least, and I think if that happens, he will easily scoop up another 40 yards and go over 100. So 82 becomes a no-brainer for me. Absolutely. I like George Pickens.
Or just 5 little catches that turn into 80+ yards.
They definitely can, but it all starts with the running game and the play action. If they don't get the running game going there in Jones, they'll be able to double Justin Jefferson all day long, and then this thing is busted to all fucking hell. But we'll see. I had to make a choice down at the bottom between completions and passing yards too, so I took off the yards for Herbert. That's why this one's a little bit on the shorter side. I thought it was going to be a 10 instead of a 9, but here we are. Pickens, I love Pickens played it. I really do. I think he's going to have a big game. I think they're going to need him to have a big game. I think Cincinnati's going to find a way to move the ball, right? It may not be a stupidly high scoring game, but I think Cincinnati's going to be moving. So they're going to have to kind of keep up with it in some way, shape, or form. And Cincinnati might sell out for the run. I trust their interior defensive linemen over there. I like what they got going on. So I feel like, they're going to have to get Pickens involved and get him going early and see what the hell happens here. So as I continue on down the line, Lad McConkey, definitely big day, huge day here. Love to see it. Love to see that. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Geno Smith.
This is either going to be a boom or bust day for him because everything's been about Lad today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I got Lad everywhere. I really do. I really like the style of the way the Chargers like to play offense.
Yeah.
With the style of the way that the Falcons like to play defense, right? Like the Falcons don't really come up and press, and they like to play more zone, and they like to sit back and run and tackle to the ball, and that is what the Chargers are like. Look, we want to be able to get playmakers, right? Like they want people to break tackles and do all these things. So it's like they're. I feel like it plays into each other's hands, and Atlanta's just going to allow yardage. I think that's a big thing for them. They're going to allow the underneath, allow the completion, allow the yards. I really see that happening. I'm not saying it's going to be, 55-54 at the end of the day. I just think it'll be one of those games where each team has, 450 yards or something like that. And Atlanta's yardage all comes more in garbage time after the clamps down for the first three quarters, and then they let loose as it gets towards the end. So Geno Smith again, I see him having a big day. He's going to need short completions against this Jets defense that doesn't like doesn't like to give up big plays. I see this being again dink and dunk. Metcalf, I went back and forth on taking a big huge number for Metcalf in yardage. I like a moderate day for Metcalf, but I don't know about a large day, because I see them forcing a lot underneath, and I see them forcing them into screens and trying to get the ball to their playmakers, underneath, and we'll see what happens. Drake May's been playing really good football. I feel like they're going to be down. Could still be close, but yeah, 22 completions feels like a kind of a no-brainer, and 21 completions for Justin Herbert after everything that I just said is like the easiest, hands down, going to happen thing in the NFL today. Easy money on this one. So that for me is like definitely got to happen. Definitely got to happen. So,
And I see you continue to love Dabble.
oh yeah, I'm a big fan of Dabble. I keep hitting on Dabble. So the other reason is that I just have, I've got a balance in Dabble now because I keep hitting on there. So I'm a big fan of it. By the way, I won't pressure or ask anybody to sign up, but I'm just gonna let you know they give you $25 for free. You sign up today. Without giving them your bank information, without giving them a credit card, they let you bet with $25 instantly. And then you can pull money out right away if you win. But yeah, you got to go in there and check them out. If you do want to join up, we both have codes. Check the Discords out. Feel free to join up if you haven't joined up yet. That's free marketing plug for old Dabble over there. But yeah, I'm a big fan of what I got going on Dabble. I keep hitting on the kickers, so might as well just stroll in on our left and right feet into the next section, which is kickers or football players too. It's up and it's good. Oh, this is the kicking one. I went back and forth a lot. I spent some time thinking who's kicking where, what's going to happen. We obviously lead with Cameron, the kicker, Dicker, right there, getting more than 8 points. And he's the only one I have at 8. Everyone else I like for 2 field goals and an extra point or some combination therein of. I wanted to go more 5.5, but I didn't trust them. I just didn't trust them all. But I like these a lot. I do. Give me Minnesota's kicker. I think that game is close. Like you said earlier, we'll get into it as we pick these games here shortly. But yeah, give me all these. And I know you've abandoned the kickers again. We got you back last week. This week, you said, fuck that.
You let me down.
Fuck these kickers. Yeah. It's one of those things. I think you got swung up at the hype of what happened on NFL Game Day 2 weeks ago, right? Where that guy hit the $800,000 kick right through the uprights. It was insane. And then all of a sudden, it was the kickers are back. Kickers are back, right?
Back to being in the basement.
Well, I'm riding with them. I didn't hit my kicker pick last week. That's okay, but I'm riding again with them.
Colder. All they do is sit on the sidelines. They come in. They're cold. They pull a hammy, and then
They might, but not these 7. These 7 kickers right here are heroes. These 7 that you see on the screen right there are heroes, chat. These are the folks that are going to take us home and stack our McNuggets. Nick Folk, Jason Myers, Chad Ryland, Cam Little, Cameron Dicker, John Parker Robo, John Sly, all kicking for 10 or more kicking points, which would easily cover this and fill up the coffers so we can do more kicking bets throughout the rest of the year. I'm excited for it. I can't wait. I can't wait.
You know the best part about Dabble, though? You put money in, and then they give you a bonus wheel.
That is absolutely true. every time you deposit, they give you a little wheel that you spin. It can either double your deposit or give you like a little bit extra. It's super nice. It is super nice. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Big fan. Dabble's kind of doing it right. I wish they had. It's more of a pick'em game site than it is a full blown sports book. Like you can't pick games and other things on there, but
You're right.
But overall, they give a lot of options. They don't give you alternate spreads like a sports book does and everything else. So you're playing by their rules, which is always one of those weird things. But it means it's available in more states, and
good. Gets more people involved.
100%, 100%. Super exciting. So. All right, cool.
All right.
I guess without further ado, it's time to talk about this week's slate of games.
Yeah. We've already gotten 4 in the book, 12 to go.
Sounds good.
I think we have one more week of bye weeks, which is uncanny, very ridiculous that there's still bye weeks to be had next week.
It really is. Ladies and gentlemen.
Bye weeks. Go ahead.
Boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Let's pick these games. All right, cool. I just really want to do that. Sorry, just really want to do that.
Okay.
Hopefully it came through. Hopefully it didn't blow out your eardrums either.
No,
but I just want to see if anyone's chat was awake.
The Mr. Jones from the Chiefs has come out this week and said that a week 4 bye week is absolutely ridiculous.
Is it?
There shouldn't be any bye weeks before week 8, which I totally agree with. Yep. What the hell do you need a bye week 4 weeks into you've only played 3 games?
I agree. You're a month into the game, month into season. I mean, sure, there's players who get hurt in the first week, and yeah, I mean that's sure. Great. Like I get it, but
that's
I'm
not
with you.
Change with a bye week,
right? I'm with you. I think, I think buys being more towards the middle of the season on both sides, right? Like again, you have 3-4 weeks with buys tops. I like 3, 8, 9, 10 those weeks right there, and it just feels more even.
For football and fantasy probably, and betting, but there's more football in the other weeks,
right? Exactly. It shrinks everything down really quickly. I mean, even if you just did it from week 8, 9, 10, and 11, right? Like you did 4 weeks of buys.
Yeah, 8 teams each week.
Right. It feels like there's got to be a way, right? There's got to be a way.
One team in each division each week for 4 weeks.
Yeah. Doesn't seem hard.
No.
Doesn't seem hard. But yeah. So we kind of covered this a little bit on Thursday. But yeah, I mean, this has been a heck of a swing. You got all the way up to tied with Lady Diamond, and then now things have come back to reality. Lady Diamond is running away with the league again. It feels like incredible after last week. Incredible.
But I wouldn't say running. Yeah. 3 games.
It's true. I mean, it's true. Yeah, I mean, look, three is a swing that can happen in 1 week, I guess. So it's close, but 9 away from me. It was like a whole week for me. Not me being 9 at a first feels like I'm so far away. It's not even close. So
yeah, I mean she literally got those 3 games in 1 week.
That's true. That's very, very true. It's very, very true. It can happen. It can technically be 1 week's worth of picks.
Now the helmet, on the other hand, I think firmly
they're
out of it.
Yeah. This helmet pick, I mean, has proven like we are literally just drawing straws out of a hat. Like it's kind of one of those things. Like we are literally just picking out of a hat, and that's kind of what happens. So yeah.
Pretty interesting there. We flip-flopped on the literally flip-flopped on the set of games there on Thanksgiving, which was hilarious.
Yeah, I thought the Dolphins, I thought too, is bravado coming out, and we're going to break narratives, and we're going to change the story, and
under the hype.
I should have listened to my gut. I mean, it wasn't even close. They stunk. They looked like a team that was 3-8 or whatever their freaking record is. So,
and then the Chiefs and they got lucky again.
Oh man, flag on the play, false. Oh, wait, that's a dead play.
Illegal formation.
Illegal shift. Yeah. Oh, you can decline that one. Yeah. Oh man. It's just one of those things. Like, how will this ever play out for football? Like, is this good for football? The Chiefs, the refs, the way that it looks, like, at worst case, I mean, there's cheating going on. Like that's at worst case, right? Like the refs are doing things nefariously. At best case, they're so inept, but only inept when it favors the Chiefs. Like, how? How is this working out? NFL do better. NFL's got to do better at this, right? They got to. They got to.
They need to be held
It's
accountable like players. They need to be fined on missed calls.
Yeah.
Maybe, suspended for a week.
That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I don't know how many refs they got in waiting laying around, but that's not a bad idea. It's definitely not.
Like in the playoffs, if you make bad calls, you don't make it to the Super Bowl. Only the best of the best of the refs calls make it to the Super Bowl. So
I think that is kind of how they do it now, right? Like the ones who have the absolute best ones. So you haven't watched the Packers for the last 10 years. I've been watching the Packers, and Boba, I definitely have seen. Obviously, the Packers, when they're in prime time, and you got Aaron Rodgers and things like that, they're favorable.
right.
But this is
But it's not blatant.
Yeah, this is right. This is like to the point where it's really hard to justify and say that it's not cheating. Like the Packers have always been a team that have gotten favorable calls because the teams that are winning somehow do get the favorable calls. The Patriots, for oftentimes people felt were cheating. Yeah. The Patriots were the Chiefs before this, right? Like if that would be the other example. So I agree that it's not new. I think it's at an all-time high. That's where I would say it. That's where I would say, Boba. I think it's at an all-time high. And it's just so incredibly. I mean, every year the Patriots had 3 or 4 games where you're like, yep. Yeah, the refs definitely contributed to something going on every year. And they were usually the biggest games of the year is what it felt like.
I actually kicked myself in the face because when the Raiders had the ball, I was going to put a $5 on the Chiefs to win because they were up by 2, but the Raiders were in field goal range. And I just knew that somehow, some way, like if it wasn't the refs, it was just going to be like something stupid that was going to cost the Raiders the game. And sure enough, and it was like plus 1,000 for the Chiefs to win the game at that point. So and they were winning, but because the Raiders were like so close to field goal range,
the odds shifted. So I think you should have done it. I think you should have done it. Boba, I don't disagree. The Patriots were very good at football. And that was the argument that you could make is that they were always well coached, right? Like they never had stupid penalties that got in their own way. I agree. That was the argument that you could make at the time. And because I made that argument a million times over is that they were fortuitous, but there were just some times where it felt like the call went their way. And the difference here is every fucking game, the Chiefs have a call that goes their way that swings it monumentally in their favor.
That's the issue, is right. Like these games aren't like blowouts, right? Like last week, it was the Panthers that needed to like squeak one out there. It's a missed call week 1, or no, what was it? Week 1,
Falcons in week 2.
Yeah, it's just you're not winning by like 2 touchdowns. It seems like these games, one call or makes or breaks, so it just looks even worse.
Right, 100%. Whereas the Pats would have only 3 or 4 close games, and the teams that they're supposed to beat, like the Panthers of the world and things like that, they'd come out and beat them 35-3. Right? It was one of those things that were it was crazy. So boils down to the computers, like in tennis. Yeah, I mean. I think eventually we will get more computer generated items. Eventually we'll get more replay involved. And I agree. Get rid of the subjectivity as much as possible. I like that, Bo, but there's people that argue it and say, no, we need it in the game and the refs got to be there. They're typically 90 years old and have, no idea what evolution looks like or how things evolve or why technology is good for you. But, there are plenty of folks out there who are stuck in that we have to have subjectivity. But as somebody who can, objectively watch a game and say that's the wrong call, then you just have to get rid of those wrong calls. The other problem too would be, can we clearly define what a fucking catch is versus what a catch isn't? Like, can we do that?
I think you go back to the other one. It just makes all penalties reviewable.
Right. And reviewable by the booth in the instant, like review replay thing right away. Like let them just look at it right there. You know what I mean? So that's true. Baseball historians are the biggest pros. Yeah, and you're not wrong about that, Bubba. You're not wrong about that. Absolutely, I do agree with you on that. So that is if baseball can change, football better figure it the hell out, right?
Like the
I do
face
not
mask,
disagree with that.
with the Rams a few weeks ago.
Right. I
Like
mean that should have
needs
just
to be
been
reviewed.
right. Like the booth should have just looked at that and been like, nope, face mask, easy, face mask. What are we doing? Like that's dumb, right? Easy. Like no challenge needed. We don't have to do it. Like if it's so blatant and obvious, nope. Hey, you guys, you missed that. You got to call this. You have to. It impacted the play. I mean, yeah.
But they'll never do that because it makes the refs look bad. Like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's impossible to see from that angle, right? There was no ref who had eyes on it, right, at all, and it's of no one's fault, right? So if the refs feel like they look bad on that, then they just don't have common sense. Like anybody can see that there's one ref standing behind you, and while the guy's head turned quickly, it's not a guarantee that he had the face mask, right? Like you can just pull on someone's shoulder and they'll go like this, like it's not a guarantee. So you can't always call the flag. But if Booth could just check in real quick and be like, "Hey, we got your back. Don't worry about it. You didn't see it, no problem. We got 360 wide angle sweeping drone views of everything, right? Of everything except for the goal line view of when Antoine Winfield Jr. clearly knocks the ball out of fucking the whatever Pitts' hands. Anyway,
Yep.
I'm gonna calm down. I'm just gonna calm down.
Who we got
first?
first?
Calm down right now. We're getting into it. Chargers and those shit Falcons that we were just talking about right now. That's the first game up. Let's see. Who do we like? Who do we dislike in this game? Let's check it out real quick. We are all on the Chargers. Oh boy. Let's see if there'll be any helmet redemption changing picks going on over here. Let's see what we got. Helmet has chosen Chargers. Oh man. We are all on the Chargers.
I can see it being the Falcons.
Screw the Falcons. Screw the Falcons.
I mean, for you, you need the Falcons to lose because
I
and
just
you
hate
need to
them.
win today.
I mean, again, I'm trying. I want Shador, so my whole goal out of the rest of the season is Shador Sanders. So we'll see what happens. Maybe the refs need to. They need to follow. Is that what it is? Yeah. I wonder if how many people know exactly what that is. Oh man, thank you so much. Annoyed complex. It's fun. You're annoyed. I'm annoyed. You're fucking here. Anyway. But thank you for the comment. All right. So yeah, Chargers, Steelers. The corporate America part of my brain just broke at seeing that we need to get a racy chart. Like that's. Anyway, moving right along. Steelers, Bengals. That's the next game that we got going right here. Oh, I got to put in Chargers here. Oopsies.
Yeah.
It's not going to let me paste because fucking Google Sheets is the absolute worst. Oh, it does let me do right click. Excellent. I thought you had to do Control C, Control V. Excellent. We love that. All right. So we got house divided. House divided. You guys like the Bengals, huh?
Yeah, I just don't know. I think the offensive weapons are too good in Cincinnati.
Well, I've been struggling. I struggle with picking the damn Bengals because every time I do, it never works out. So that's my challenge with the Bengals this week. I've been on them all year long, thinking that they're going to get it figured out, thinking that they're going to beat stuff and they're going to be good and this, that, and the other. And every time I pick them, they lose every single time. So it is what it is. It is what it is. If I go down, I go down with the Steelers. But no, I in general, when it's a good offense versus a good defense, give me the good defense. 9 times out of 10. So Bengals figure out ways to lose this year. It seems like that, Boba. It seems like that they're finding ways to lose. But Bam Bam is convinced not this week. It also might be that Bam Bam's just trying to leapfrog over Lady Diamond. You know what I mean?
I need the Ravens to win a division for my division payout for at the end of the yeyear.
Oh, gotcha. All right. So you're putting all the good energy into that. Gotcha. Okay. Are you close to it? Are you close to your division winners? I'm not.
Yeah, the Ravens need to win, and one other thing, the 49ers need to get their act together.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. And who'd you have? You had the Falcons winning the division too?
In one of them, yep.
Yeah. See, so I had the Giants in all mine, so I
told you not to do that.
Yeah,
I didn't have the Giants winning a single division.
Yeah, I'm Yeah, I'm busted there for sure. I had the Giants winning. We're all in the Texans. Very sorry, Jacksonville fans out there. Jacksonville, very, very sorry to hear. Very, very sorry to hear. We don't believe in your team at all. So, it is what it is.
I don't see us having the number 2 pick, which we'll get into on Thursday, 7:00 for you viewers out there. I don't see the Texans being the Jaguars having number 1 as bad for us because I don't think they're going to get a quarterback. So
no, I think that they'll take Travis Hunter. Yeah.
For sure.
They're on Jags. Helmet picks Jags. Yeah, I definitely think they go with Travis Hunter for sure. They paid their guy. They don't hate him as much as you guys hated Daniel Jones. That's for sure. They don't view it as his problem with him. So
right, because it's not the New York media.
Yeah, I agree. Boba, did we talk about Matt Eberflus? No. What are we talking about Eberflus for, dude?
No, he lost them the game.
Yeah, dude shouldn't have been able to get back on the bus, leaving the stadium. You know what I mean? And they waited till Friday, to, out of the kindness of their hearts, maybe even Saturday, right? I mean, they were
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was one of those things. Like I get it, I absolutely get it. You cannot blow 30 seconds with a timeout in field goal range. Like you can't do it. You can't do it. Like you just can't do it. And yeah, I mean, well, yeah. What do you want him to say when he comes out of the press conference? Like, what do you want him to say? Nope, I'm cooked, guys. Pretty sure I get fired. Yeah, no shot. I survived the week. Yeah. I didn't have any issues with that, but yeah, he and you got to stand by your decision. You know what I mean? At least in public, you have to look unified. Like, hey, nope, we're good, and So I get all that, but yeah, I mean, look, it's time. Yeah. And the Raiders hold my drink. I mean,
it wasn't on them.
Ish, granted, look, there should have been a fumble. There shouldn't have been a penalty, right? Like if you do good sound execution there, you don't give the reps an opportunity to make a dumb call and you don't fumble the ball, right? So if you execute properly from the Raiders perspective, you win that game.
Should have kicked a field goal. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
There wasn't much time left anyway.
Right.
I don't know why you.
I mean, again, nobody wants to give Mahomes 6 seconds. Everyone thinks that Mahomes in 6 seconds is like this miracle thing, right? And it's like he had one really good comeback with 13 seconds left to go with the fastest man in football. I struggle to believe that he's got Worthy, but Worthy hasn't shown to be Tyreek Hill level,
Other than week 1.
Yeah, I mean, he had one breakaway run, but like Tyreek Hill is a dangerous motherfucker with that ball in his hand. That guy is dangerous. As much as I don't like him, but he's dangerous. So until Worthy proves that, I mean, you can't just assume that these things are going to happen. And the Chiefs have looked pretty abysmal on offense. They find ways, but they're not out there. They're not out there being world beaters by any stretch of the imagination. So, all right, we got the Vikings and the Cardinals. This game scares me too. This game scares me. I like the Cardinals.
I'm not confident about it. I like the Cardinals a lot. I love
the Vikings are playing bad football right now. Vikings are playing very bad football right now. Hill has quickness and speed worthy of speed. Yeah, there you go, Boba. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it too. Yeah. Like Hill has the speed at like all of the levels. Like he's got the twitchy ability, make people moves, things like that. You're biased. Oh, are you biased? Are you Tyreek Hill fan, Chiefs fan maybe? Or biased against who? Not quite sure against which group, but Vikings are your team. Oh, gotcha. All right, fair enough. Well, yeah, the Vikings have not been playing great football lately. I was so big on the Vikings. I thought, this talk of Detroit being the talk of the town and everybody's darlings and we love Detroit is far too premature. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that like, yeah, the Vikings defense has shown they're not, who they were the first 3-4 games of the season, 5 games of the season. They've really regressed to the mean. Vikings defense can got for sure. There's a good chance, the Vikings could be, 7-5 easily. Yeah, exactly. I agree completely with. Oh, that's right. They haven't played the last game. Or they've had the bye already. Sorry. So yeah, it's one of those things where we'll see. Wait a minute. The Texans are 7-5 right now, which means they've played 12 games. So they have a bye next week.
Yeah, and the Commanders.
Wow. All right, let's get into it. Helmet. Who does Helmet think is going to win this game?
Also,
Let's
the
see.
Ravens have a bye week next week as well.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Cardinals. Okay. So they're saving our ass with that pick. Helmet saving our ass with picking the Cardinals right here.
I don't know. I can see the Cardinals winning it, honestly.
I can too. I really can. I can too. I'm not confident enough to pick them. No, but I can see it. Like, I'm not upset with it. Look at you on the Patriots. All right. Tell us why the Patriots are going to win.
Because they're playing the Colts. Like, same
right,
thing I said last week.
Simple answer.
If we rewind and watch last week, the reason why I picked the team that they were playing last week is because they were playing the Colts. And it's the same thing I have going this week.
Who did the Colts play last week? Let's see here. So Colts were playing the Lions. Well, I mean, yeah. That's fair.
If we go back to the week before that, who did the Colts play?
Colts played the Jets. Okay.
Okay, and the Colts won. But
Colts won.
Yeah, but they were playing the Jets. But I was, I would have. I took the Jets because I just knew what. I don't trust the Colts.
That's fair. It's fair. I agree with you. I just don't trust the Pats.
Now, if Joe Flacco was playing, I would take the Colts. I just don't like Anthony Richardson.
Even after his last game, where he threw like 3 interceptions, and he's like looking every bit of 39 years old.
Yeah, he's old, and he probably played a good defense.
Yeah, I forget who that was. But yeah, he didn't survive for a reason, and they got to trust Richardson at some point. I'm with you. I don't think Richardson's a guy either. I don't. But you got to let him play at this point in time. I really think so. Oh, you've been on ads? Have you, Boba? Oh, super sorry about that. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, the ads are something I got to look into too. We hit affiliate, and I never even touched the settings, so whatever's default is default on the ads. Sorry about that, Boba. Yeah. No, I mean, this is what we do. We kind of come in, we talk some shit, we talk about our parlays. First half of the show, we talked a lot about sports gambling, sports betting. We get into this segment where we pick each game. You can see above how we're all doing. Our ladies also pick it, and then we throw everybody's name in the helmet too, and we see what happens. But yeah, Colts Patriots is an interesting one. I don't blame you for just, hey, I'm not picking for the Patriots. I'm just picking against the Colts. I get that. I do. But give me the Colts.
Know my genuine disdain for the Patriots, so it wasn't an easy pick. But I just think there's going to be some upsets this week. And I guess that is one that I could see happening.
Something happened. Omega gifted us up the Boba Trooper. Oh, we appreciate that, Omega.
Nice.
Oh, Omega, you're the best.
No more
ads for Boba. Thank you. Hey, there you go. Yeah, there's a podcast from Michael Lewis about sports gambling. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is we're big degenerates here. I don't know how to say that. Like we bet a lot. Depending on your definition of a lot, I do frequent number of bets. Like I might do 50 or 60 bets in here with odds. Oh yeah, exactly. I don't know that we're ever going to get too deep into analytics here. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We're just going with what our guts tell you and our eyeballs tell you, and things like that.
By the way, that bet that got cashed out on Thanksgiving should have let it ride for $1,300.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was a bet in from in and around folks who know the show. There was a 3-piece bet, right? It was Bears to cover, right? It was Bears with the points. Sorry, right? Yeah. No, Lions to cover the spread. 10. It was 9.5, right? So they had to win by 10, which was scary towards the end of that game. And then what were the other 2 pieces?
No. So it was the Lions Bears under 47.5. It was the Lions to win the game, and then it was which those 2 things happened. So there was a cash out of $664, which was ended up cashing out, and then all he had to do, which I told him to, but the wife told him not to, told him to cash out, the Cowboys to win by 4.5.
Which happened. They won by 7. Yeah, that would have turned 200 into 1,300. Instead, 200 got turned into 600 chicken McNuggets. And I mean, that's huge. Like, I don't know what to tell you about that. That's the big one right there, right? Like, that's how you do it. That was a good bet. Smart choices there. Either way, cash out's fine, right? Plus $460. I mean, don't ever be upset about that, right? Turn the 200 into 660. Not going to look back on that one for sure. But I can tell you it's caused me to be a little bit more aggressive today. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that's good or bad. We will see. Feeling good. Feeling good. Patriots agree. Helmet agrees with Bam Bam. Guess what?
I'm fucked.
Give me 1,000 chicken McNuggets on the Colts. Give me 1,000 chicken nuggets on the Colts. Let's see what happens here. All right, so we got the Jets, West Coast team hosting.
That was the Patriots helmet, by the way.
That was the Patriots. You're right. I thought we got an override. I thought you overwrote. We had an override. Sorry. But good call. Good call. Pats. Okay. So house divided on this one. It looks like. I think the Jets are going to win. I'll talk to you why I think the Seahawks are going to win. Okay. Aaron Rodgers absolutely sucks. Okay. Aaron Rodgers is probably the worst quarterback in the league this year in 2024. Aaron Rodgers is by far and large the most overrated quarterback in NFL history. People talk about this guy like he's the best thrower I've ever seen. He could throw the football very good. That would be very good if this was the National Target Practice League. But it's not. You got to play football. You got to win games. You got to get to the playoffs. You got to win in the playoffs. And Aaron Rodgers doesn't do none of that shit collectively. One Super Bowl
a lot has
from
changed in an hour.
the greatest thrower of the football. A lot's changed in an hour. What happened? What did I say at the beginning of this hour?
You had the Jets winning an hour ago.
I had the Jets winning an hour ago. Yeah, I know. The odds changed and the spread changed and things like that. This one is a pick to get back into the good graces. I do think the Seahawks are going to lose. Yeah. This one I'm chasing. I'm chasing the points. Plus, that was a great clip. That's going to TikTok. But it's very true. I stand by that. Aaron Rodgers is and forever. I've been saying Aaron Rodgers was overrated last year. I said it 3 years ago when he won MVP, when he stole fucking MVP from Tom Brady 4 years ago. It was absolutely ridiculous. It's the most overrated player I've ever seen in the history of my life. He's so good. He throws the ball so nice. I've never seen anybody throw the ball so well. Just throwing the ball win you a fucking playoff game? No. If you throw the ball so well, how do you lose in an NFC Championship game when the other team doesn't even have to run the ball? Maybe if you put up some fucking points and the other team throws the ball 8 times, making Jimmy G look like he's a $50 million quarterback, like Aaron Rodgers, do something.
Actually, game day morning, about a half hour ago, I watched here, actually had like a 2-minute clip of all his bad passes and then talked about how next year's option for the Jets is not guaranteed, so like they can move on with no cost at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I think the Jets should move on. Just from a look, it didn't work out. Okay, you got him here. First year he got hurt.
Everybody in. You brought all the Packers in.
Right. He brings in all of his friends. It didn't work. He tried to do what Tom did. He said, "Anything you can do, I can do better." And world and time and fate and karma said, "Fuck you." Like, it's one of those things. Like, it did not happen. It didn't work. So maybe the Jets fired the coach. Needs a new look. The Jets already 100% Boba. So Robert Saleh went to the Packers and he's an official assistant there at the Packers. They're 4-1 since he got there. Okay, Jets are 1-5 since they fired him. Robert Saleh is not the problem. Robert Saleh was never the problem. So, last year's 4 plays are hard to argue against. Yeah, last year's last year's four. Last year's 4 plays. Yeah, the 4 plays that he had last year. Yeah. I mean, look, again, it didn't work out. Last year he got hurt. That's you can't. I said it was going to stink last year anyway, but he didn't.
Well, their defense hasn't looked good this year either.
Right. I mean, in part because the offense looks worse. If you can't run the ball and sustain a little bit of the drives, you got to give your defense time to rest. So there's multiple steps to that. Saleh was the defensive guy. He controlled the defense.
Wilson had a better record last year.
100%. Right? You just need your quarterback to complete some of these passes and this constant we're not on the same page. We don't know what's going on. Let me bring in Devontae, and then Devontae's like, Adam, Aaron, I thought you were throwing to the left, you're throwing right, you thought you were going up, you threw it down. The whole 9 yards. I look at this and I'm like, it's laughable. It's laughably stupid how bad the Jets are as an organization, and they can't be happy with themselves. They can't be. They just can't get shit right.
General manager.
Yeah, I mean, sucks.
Right. Let's see what happens with the helmet.
Yep, that's all I can say. Yeah, this pick is also just me chasing for sure. I think the Jets have a very good chance of winning this game. So does the helmet. So thank God I picked the Seahawks. Let's go. Better change my my pool pick for sure. For sure. Helmet has chosen the Jets. All right, last game of the 1 o'clock spot. Now we've already heard from a couple folks. Tappan has not been here. There's a button on the side of the mouse that I just clicked that hit the back button.
I think he might have given up on the season, even after a win last week.
Yeah, tapping, maybe. He's tapping out? Maybe. I doubt it. But hey, look at you. Look at you. Look at Bam Bam thinking that the Titans are going to win and hurt the lowly Commanders here. Other than that, we're all on the Commanders. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Talk to us. You gave us a spoiler earlier.
I think the Commanders the last few weeks have been looking a little rough. To where the Titans have been looking a little better. So I just think those trends continue, and I think the Titans squeak one out here, and giving the Eagles, I think, a 2 or 3 game advantage in the division. And I think, the Commanders had a good little run. I think they're definitely going to be good for years to come, but I think, I still think it's the Eagles winning the division this year. I think the Titans squeak one out this week. That's what I'm feeling.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I'm with Bo, but Levis going to Levis. It's mayonnaise time. It's December. Okay, it's December. This is the time when good teams play good football for meaningful outcomes.
Pollard,
and
Ridley.
I think, look, you got to think about this. You got Dan Quinn on the other side of the football. You're talking about a guy who's went to a Super Bowl, a guy who had a lead in a Super Bowl 28-3 against the greatest quarterback to ever touch a football. All right, you're talking about. Look, that's irrelevant. You're talking about a guy.
3 loss.
You're talking about a guy who is so good at football. He's going to look at Will Levis and say, "I'm shutting this guy down." He had the Dallas Cowboy defense. A top 5 defense the last 3 years. He's gonna show up and he's gonna show mayonnaise guy why he's a mayonnaise guy, and that's it. No spicy sriracha mayonnaise going on today. It's nothing but Commanders all the way, 38-10. Wrap it up and get on out of here.
Sure, we'll see. Titans all day.
The helmet says Titans.
And for my fantasy team, I hope the Commanders have a fucking phenomenal day. I need Daniels.
I hope Daniels runs 3 in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I
need him and McLaurin to be lighting it up all day.
That's what I'm talking about.
I also need Levis and Ridley and Pollard to be lighting it up.
So good news. You thought this was a close game, but not close enough to even take them. We get it. Is there any? Do I need to say anything? Do I actually need to say anything about this game?
It was close. I had Panthers typed in there.
Did you really? Oh man, that would have made a great clip. I probably just ended streaming. You guys never heard from Bam Bam again. You know what I mean? Like that's how that would have ended real quick. Real fucking quick. Real quick. But no, I'm kidding. It wouldn't have been that bad. The challenge there is you wanted to actually win your pick, and you know how bad the Panthers are. Look, this is a division game. And
I was just thinking, I'm like, I got the Patriots winning today. They're going to win. So I got a point there. And then I got the Titans winning. They're going to win. I got 2 points. I just don't want to get it too far, so I figured if we all take the Bucks, I'm just trying to keep it close for everybody else.
Yeah. Totally makes sense. I get it. I totally get it. So
I don't want everybody to lose interest.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'll tell you right now, guy, you can clip this. You can take this to the bank. It is what it is. We're not losing to the fucking Panthers today. Okay. The lowly fucking Bryce Young and Dave Canales and the fucking Timu version. Of Cohen. Dave Canales. He's so good. Hey. Okay. David Moore. All right. We got a full slate. Everybody but Tyke Smith back. That guy's going to be a guy, by the way. He looks very good. He's not coming back. But our defense is getting healthy, okay? You see what we did to MVP Tommy Six Cutlets out there, okay? No, you see what happened with Tommy Six? Really? Nothing out there. And that guy, they were chanting MVP up in New York. They love that man.
That's something to be proud of. You beat a Pop Warner team last week. Yes.
Incorrect. That Giant defense has held teams below 30 all year long. Good football teams. We're talking
A
the
healthy
Seahawks.
defense, yes.
Went into Seattle and and we put up 30. So we're going to be just fine. This Panthers team has no idea what type of freight train is coming for him. 13's back. Look for a big day. He loves performing in this stadium in Bank of America State. He loves it, or whatever the name of it is. I don't even remember what it's called anymore. But yeah, he loves performing here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Look for a big day. I can't wait for it. Bucks all the way. Bucks by 30. And if the helmet picks anything other than Bucks, well, that'll be good for me. That'll be good for me. The helmet has chosen the Buccaneers. Well, that's Bucks are not losing, but if they do lose, we might not have a show. We might not be a show anymore. Might not be a show anymore. Moving right along. Oh, you have to love the Browns for being morons. I mean, Boba. I'm not saying shit about Baker Mayfield. They're morons because they gave a guaranteed contract to Watson.
Top in the league in passing.
Who?
Baker.
Who? In what stat?
A few of them. He's like top 5.
That
passing
guy.
touchdowns, yardage.
That guy. Yeah. Again, I'm not a big Baker fan. I just don't love it. I don't love him until he wins a Super Bowl. I will not think that he's capable of winning a Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But I love our scheme. Liam Combs has got a scheme going. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that. I think if we had, I'm just saying, a lot of quarterbacks could be in our scheme right now doing very big things. Very big things. But yeah, the Browns were very stupid for paying Deshaun Watson after he'd been out of football for a full year and a half. And then he sat another year. And I mean, it was just.
Reports came out they're sticking with him next year.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Well, Browns, if you keep doing what you're always doing, you're always going to get what you always got. So good for you. So Baker's 9th in yards, 3rd in TD passes. Yeah, I know he was up there in TD passes. Yards make sense. He had a bad couple games stretched there. I think he only had 116 2 games ago or 120, something like that. Might have busted one of your parlays, I think, which was that was a shit day for sure. But Rams Saints, LA traveling all the way out from sunny Los Angeles, going down to the hellhole that is New Orleans and playing inside the Superdome there. I don't know. These teams don't like each other, right? Rams Saints, they don't like each other. They still remember the no call pass interference from a long time ago. So Saints fans never forget that apparently. But I don't care. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams by 10 today. I like it. I like it. Give me Kyron Williams running wild over that fucking team. Yeah.
Nakua. Yeah.
All of them. I got parlays for everything. Guys, I got so many more parlays. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. Look at that. What a beautiful day here, Omega. You don't even have to use an override, Omega. Look at that. Boom. Saints. Helmet saves us. We know that the Rams are going to win by 1 billion today. 1 billion. Boom. All right. Game of the week, most likely. I assume this will be where Brady's at today. So if you don't like listening to Tom Brady, I'm super sorry that you're hearing this. This is going to be the one. You're not pulling the trigger for override? No? All right. I don't blame you. Yeah. You don't need to. I like what the Rams are doing. It's scary. I picked the Niners to win the division. I think the Rams are going to sneak out and win it now from where we are. So Eagles and Ravens tonight. It looks like we're all on the Ravens. I don't think there's much to talk about here. I think this game's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. But the last time I thought there was like a really, really good one. It ended up being like a snooze fest.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So
I guess luckily, it really just depends whether you're in the offense or defense.
Yeah. I mean, I like when it's close and tight. I prefer when there's enough defense so that it's not 50-50 at halftime. Like that would feel pretty shitty to me. When it's just like, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown, it's like, man, it's not fun. But if it's, like 17-17, they're moving, they're scoring, no one ever gets a lead for a long period of time. I like that a lot here. Even Regals feels like a 30-27 type game. Yeah, Omega. Overall, in the end of the game, 100%. Feels like a nice running game, long sustained drives. I agree with that completely. Where it's nice and back and forth, just feels like, all right, cool. What's the next team going to do? So I agree with that 100%. I'm a big fan. I'm looking forward to it beyond a shadow of a doubt. So let's see what the helmet thinks. Let's see if they save us from a clean sweep here, or the Eagles going to pull this one out. Let's see what happens. They're saving us. Helmet is saving us. Man, that really scares me about the fucking Panthers. Then, and I know I'm just superstitious. I get it. I absolutely get it. That's right. As a reminder for those of you in the DraftKings, we talked about it earlier, but we do run a daily DraftKings every Sunday. It's a Sunday through Monday games. $5 to get in. Feel free to hop in if you'd like. Don't worry about the fact that I've won it like 7 times in a row or some shit like that. It's totally fine. It's not rigged. It's absolutely and utterly a wonderful, easy thing. I think I'm feeling a second in this league. I think someone's going to tweak up and pull higher than me. So
we only got 5 in so far, which is a very down number from the last few weeks.
100%, 100%. Yeah. Well,
6.
I think maybe some folks got in on Thursday. They probably like, well, if you did it Thursday, you're not doing it Sunday, maybe, or you know what I mean. Like it's look, a lot of sales going on this weekend. A lot of ways to spend your money. I totally get it. I understand.
But I like more of the off-season stuff, the free agency, the draft. This is good too, for sure. When the season's here, there's nothing like it. The way the year just flies by once football's here. But like, I'm more of like the analytics, like. Where's this fit guy go to the draft? Where's this guy going in free agency? That's more my jam.
Yeah, totally get it. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that, right? A lot of speculation, a lot of things of like what's going to happen, who's going to be good, what's going to go on, and sometimes it's all spot on, sometimes it's all freaking roll of a dice is what it feels like. So yeah. So yeah, figuring that out is definitely a skill, and it's definitely one that I forget about. I forget football exists the day after the Super Bowl all the way up until the preseason. I just can't stand it. Everybody we talk about, like everyone said, Kalijah Cansey is going to be the next Aaron Donald. Well, Aaron Donald was really good in his second year, and Kalijah Cansey is he's a serviceable player, sure, but still waiting for him to break out, right? So all these people who say all these good things about my people on my team. Really sour it for me. It really gets me super aggravated. So, that's what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, we got Bills 49ers tonight. Like you said, would have been a really good game. I think the 8 feet of snow is the equalizer in this game. I do. 8 feet. They're playing in 14 feet of snow. You see it out there? It's taller than Julius Peppers, and that guy was 19 feet tall. I don't know if you know that the guy who infamously blocked 100 kicks, he stands at like 33.25 feet tall, like world's tallest man, Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah. So, the snow would cover him at this point, which is, astronomical that we're sitting there and, essentially a 5-story building filled with snow. It's absolutely ridiculous. So,
and they refuse to put a dome on their new building. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Look, they like it, right? They think it gives them an advantage. And I would argue that anybody playing in that much snow is at a disadvantage, period. I don't care who you are. What is this, Game of Thrones, and you're the Night King? What are we talking about here? We're all humans, right? We all have slippery slopes that we have to deal with. Technology and internet would tell us what the right cleats to wear are, right? So anyway, yeah, in theory, I would think the snow kind of equalizes out. If it wasn't snowing, I would take the Bills by 14, I think. That's how confident I am the Bills win this game. With the snow, I think it's a lot closer than that. Maybe just by 7, maybe. So we'll see.
Yeah, let's see what the helmet thinks. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I was talking about the Patriots Colts game. I guess me and Gerald McCoy are lone wolfing it today.
Oh, Gerald McCoy. Unfortunately, that guy picks the Bucs all the time, every time. Helmet is saving the Buffalo Bills picks. The helmet has chosen the 49ers. So this is really good for us. A lot of our picks, everything except for the Bucs right now. So if the Bucs get upset, I'm telling you right now, guys, stream on Thursday will look vastly different if we lose to the fucking Panthers. We're all on the Broncos Monday night. We're all on the Broncos.
Incorrect.
We're on the Broncos.
Incorrect.
Oh, Lady Bam's on the Browns?
Yeah.
Liking what she sees from old famous Jameis?
Wow. I think she just wants the Broncos to lose.
Fair enough. Okay, as a Broncos hater, I guess that's fair enough. Look, fuck Sean Payton. I'll tell you right now, look at that guy. He can get fucked. You know what I mean? So I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. But yeah, I think the Browns got a shot. But my problem here is that famous Jameis, he's got.
She really likes Nick Chubb. That's what it is. She really likes Chubb.
All right, all right, that's fair. It's fair. He's a good running back. He's a good running back. So I like the fact that we could. Here's what I would say. Jameis will typically have one good game, which he had, and then 2 bad games. So I worry a lot that secondary is going to eat. They might pick him off 3 times. So that's why I went with the Broncos mostly, is that I just have zero faith in Jameis to string anything of good quality together. So let's see what happens. We magically pick the Browns. Okay, so the Browns. We're here for the Browns. All right. Helmet has spoken. Helmet is not doing. I mean, Helmet's look. Y'all out there in chat, you tell me, are you 79 and 100 this year so far? How are you doing? Okay, That's what I want to know. How close are you to that number or our numbers? You know what I mean? We were running weekly pick'em. I totally forgot about it. By the way,
you didn't do it last week.
The one on your no, I forgot. I've forgotten about it like 3 weeks in a row now. So it's gone by the wayside. If you want to see my picks, they're right here. You can see them. You can see them right here. So.
Yep.
But no, Lady Diamond won one of our local pick'ems that we do that we're in, like one of the Florida ones. So she won that one. So absolutely awesome. Has Jameis made you guarded against liking Mayfield? Not really, Bo, but I can separate the two. I don't think they're one and the same. What I don't like about Mayfield is I like a lot more of the prototypical quarterback. I like my quarterbacks to be a little bit on the taller side. I like them to be a little bit more, cerebral with the ball rather than running around just to throw it. So like Josh Allen would be a good example of somebody who I think is,
so you don't want Shador is what you're saying.
A person that I would like. What?
So you don't want Shador.
Well, Shador has to do it because he's got no fucking offensive line. Like he's not intentionally trying to like run around and do all this stuff. And Shador is also taller now than Mayfield is. So, but Shador has an it factor about him that is like that's going to win. And he comes from a line of winners, right? You know, so there's just something about Shador that I really, really like. And yeah, he kind of breaks a little bit of the mold for sure. But I mean, every quarterback has to be mobile these days, right? Again, like there are no Peyton Mannings or Tom Brady's out there that just stand back there and fire it back, right? Like that's impossible. But what Baker does is like when JD Daniels takes off or Bo Nix or even Drake May, right? Like when he takes off, it's decisive. It's like, okay, it's time to go. Baker just always looks like he's nervous, like
Caleb Williams.
Where am I going to go? Yeah, scared, right? Like he just never looks like he's like, all right, cool, play's over, let's go, take it off. Like he just never feels it. And I understand that's a feeling, and it's it's not a fact, and he does well, right? Like he does okay. So he stiff armed the guy out there in San Francisco. Again, when we played against them, that was an amazing play. So he's got these plays that make me really like him. They really do. But until he wins a Super Bowl, that's like the time I'll believe he can win a Super Bowl. That's what worries me. The games get tougher, times get tight. Like I think he'll win games, and he could maybe win a playoff game here and there. But I just like, are we going to go into Detroit and beat them again? I don't know. Like I just. I got more questions about the defense than I do our offense in specific, but he just doesn't seem like the guy, right? Like the guy you need to put the team on your back and walk you down championship aisle. Like at some point in time, you need that from your quarterback. There needs to be a game in a team sport where you need your guy, the quarterback, to be that guy. And I've just never seen anything that suggests Mayfield will end up being that guy for me. So I don't know. It's my 2 cents how I feel about it. It is what it is. Hopefully I'm wrong. I'd love to be wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. I know the locker room loves him. So what are you going to do?
Yeah. We got a few more minutes until noon. So, I mean, if anybody has any like start-sit questions or last-minute parlays they want to drop in Discord or share with us. If not, then I'm going to head out and I got some things I got to do this afternoon, but
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I got a full slate of watching nothing but football all day long. Can't wait. Gonna be a lot of fun. We got parlays to hit and yeah, games to win. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like anything's coming in. So I'm good for the day. Good luck on your parlays.
Good luck on yours. Bet responsibly, everybody. You know, if you're out there and you're watching this, please hit the follow, like, subscribe, whatever the right button is for you to hit to follow our content. Again, Sunday 7 p.m. is when, or Thursday 7 p.m. We'll see you next, and Sundays at 10 a.m. That's when we're live, Eastern Standard. Yep. All right, y'all, be good. See you.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a blast. Follow our socials. This will be the last. See you next week, same time, same place. Bet responsible.